Hey guys, we're all familiar with concepts of social media and an unspoken rules. What do you post? How do you present yourself? And for that same reason, we see a lot of people having a blast. Just traveling the world, eating the best food, doing all the crazy adventures, and creating that vision of the paradise, of the living life to the fullest. And that is amazing. I'm hands down full on for the positive content to be created, for the positive energy to be shared with the world. But what's interesting is how a lot of people apply the same concept into their relationship. So they treat their significant other as if that would be their social media profile, if that would be their Instagram page. And what I mean by that is we don't like to engage ourselves into the conversations that are not comfortable for us. So when we feel hurt, misunderstood, mistreated, we rather just leaf through it and patch it out and hope that everything is going to get resolved by itself, but project only the positive emotions. It's either because we're just unable to have a fair conversation at the moment, we're not confident enough, we're not confident in ourselves, we don't have a confidence in our partner to be able to listen and understand. Maybe we're just trying to keep the water calm and want to maintain that peace that we have within our relationship. Or maybe we just don't want to be judged. We don't want to be perceived as a grumpy or needy or a complainer. So in reality, what we do is that we store all of that, we build the resentment within, we nurture it and raise it, and what I call it, we're doing a subconscious plotting. And what I mean by that is that we wait for that moment when we accumulated enough, when we feel confident, when we feel like we're pretty much done, and we're on the top of that mountain, and that is the best time for us to just drop it and dump it on our partner. And that happens left and right, and trust me, it's not a judgment of values, because I've been there, I've been the one who's dumping, I've been the one who's receiving. And it's not only that it's unhealthy for you if you're the one building that resentment within you, because you feed yourself with the negative energy, with the negative emotions, and you create the deep sense of unfulfillment within your relationships that will never get resolved, because your partner may have zero ideas that is going on. As much as we want, or as much as we like to believe that people should know better, that people should understand us, and it's all a common sense, then I want to tell you something. Common sense for every single person is a different thing. So what's normal for you might not be normal for someone else. We're not psychics. We can't read everyone's mind. We don't know what's going on. We don't know exactly how you feel. And even if we have some sort of idea about it, we don't know the underlying cause of it. Why do you feel the way you feel? And so, on another hand, it's very unfair for the person receiving a dump, because when that day happens, when you're exploding in their face, they might be like, wow, oh my God, I had no idea that was going on. And maybe if I knew, I would try to resolve it. And maybe if I knew, I would have a chance to work on it, or we would have a chance to work on it together. So instead of sorting out all of the negatives and positives and creating that virtual reality life where everything is perfect until the day you explode, maybe it's time for us to actually outstream that energy into the positive and start having this conversation and find the courage within us to have that conversation and communicate clearly what we feel and why we feel that. And if you're the one receiving the dump, then maybe it's time for you to listen and put more effort into that, and put more effort into understanding your partner. Think about it for a moment. How much of a difference we would make if we would be able to communicate more effectively with one another. And I really wish you luck in that.